I used to write little ditties for my piano teacher because I wanted to get out of the sight reading homework. And I noticed that if I would write a little song, an instrumental song, and bring it in, she would like forgive all my, non-practicing the homework sins. And so I think that's the first memory I have. The first song I ever wrote with lyrics was I think I was 10 years old. And I wrote a song about my mother being murdered. The hell is going on?
It's actually, we didn't know about, or me and Christian didn't know about jackalopes when we saw the picture first. It was Christian's tattoo artist that came up with the idea. And then we showed it to Andrew like a day later or so, and he said like, yeah, that's cool, that's a jackalope. And we thought she had invented a new creature.
She thought that as well, actually.
Yeah.
Still thinks that.
But there is a Bavarian version, and it's called Werpertinger.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is it? Maybe 700 or 800 years old.
I change shapes just to hide in this place, but I'm still an animal. Nobody knows it but
I met Andrew in the studio in New York a couple of years ago when my session ended and his was coming up after. So I think he heard some of our music and listened to some of his, and yeah.
That was many years ago. We were actually
Also in the studio.
Yeah, outside the studio.
Outside the studio.
Trying to get in, and there was this kind of flaky guy that had the studio that we both worked in, and we tried to get a hold of him, but we couldn't reach him, and no one answered the door. And after a while, when we stood there next to each other, 40 minutes or so, we kind of bonded over the same problem.
And we were 16, I think.
Yeah. And then once we got into the studio, we started making music together. It was made pretty quickly, I would say, and pretty spontaneous.
An entire weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Not really, but I guess if you combined all the hours that we spent in the studio, it was pretty
short.
Yeah.
Criminally short.
I really liked the one we did for Vampire Weekend.
Me too.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's unanimous.
I think it's a pretty special.
Yeah. Who?
I would probably pick Kraftwerk, obvious choice, but can't really deny.
Kraftwerk?
I mean, and we haven't really started working in the studio yet, but we're talking a lot about it. So in a couple of months we will start.
Yeah, we've had a lot of talk. We've been talking big.
Big talk.